was just, a lot of noise, and we just went down the basement and hung down there till it slowed down.
Just within the past couple of hours, the National Weather Service confirms what many suspected. It was a tornado that tore through Clarks Grove last night. We do have team coverage tonight, starting with our ABC 6 News reporter KARSEN, who is live in Clarks Grove. And KARSEN, the storm hit the small community very hard from what we've seen.
Yeah, Betsy, the most extensive damage is on the west side of Clarks Grove. I'm going to take a step away where there is Thompson's sanitation building behind me, that the roof is completely ripped apart, the front of the building pushed over, and everyone I talked to today said that they've never seen a storm quite like this roll through town.
I was sitting there, a roar started, and all of a sudden it sounded like a freight train.
Debris scattered the small city of Clarks Grove after a tornado ripped through town. This crew picking through fallen tree limbs scattered in their backyard.
And I mean, that's where it snapped off at, is right there at the trunk, and that's where it landed, right over there.
It's the big trees, and that's the evergreens that got hit hard because they just couldn't hold up with the wind and the rain.
Chopper footage showing the damage across town. The roof of a fertilizer building completely ripped apart.
Obviously had a pretty intense and strong storm roll through Freeborn County.
The first 911 call came in around 5:45 Monday night.
With the hail and the heavy rain that came along with this, it was just impossible for spotters to spot.
Take a look right down Main Street, a hardware store and bank damaged. A city flag showing the strong winds. Nearby, the city fire hall has been declared uninhabitable.
Engineers are here this morning. They wanted us out of here, so we're getting everything out that we can. They don't want with the big winds coming, they don't want us in here because they're afraid the building will come down.
Be careful, there's nails, there's some bolts sticking up.
The tornado picking up a mini storage garage, items inside left behind.
It hurts because I don't know what's gone.
I just come out and...
The storm picking up a tree and throwing it on top of this man's work truck.
Well, now we're looking at a new vehicle. This one is probably not salvageable. Unless some great body man can call me right now and tell me they can fix this. I think we're looking at a new vehicle.
Sheriff Freitag says so far no one was injured from the tornado. He says that at least 10 people were not able to return to their home, and he asks that people stay away from coming into town unless they're helping somebody clean up. Betsy?
Well, at least they're in good spirits. Let's turn now to Storm Tracker 6 meteorologist Jim Peterson. Jim, you've been out with the National Weather Service team trying to determine that, in fact, this was a tornado.
That's right, Betsy. Now, as you just heard, it was indeed a tornado that has been confirmed by the National Weather Service in Chanhassen. Now, I did take along with two meteorologists from the National Weather Service as they assessed the damage at the grain elevator and other areas hardest hit here in town. Now, as you can see from the air, after a big storm like last night's rips through a community, it can be pretty simple to say it was a tornado. Pretty easy to say that. But without video proof, the National Weather Service more or less has to conduct what we like to call meteorological CSI by sifting through the damage.
Because the overall pattern, when you see trees or damage pointing one way versus another way, that can tell us tornado versus downburst, and or maybe a combination of both sometimes.
Now the big question is, since we know it's a tornado, how strong was it? Well, the Weather Service has confirmed it's been an EF1 rated tornado. The enhanced Fujita scale goes up to 5. In other words, EF1 tornadoes have wind speeds of 100 to 110 miles per hour, and this particular tornado was on the ground for about 12.5 miles. Betsy, back to you.